الله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إلا الذين صبروا وعملوا الصالحات أولئك لهم مغفرة أجر كبير. Whoever is patient and does good deeds, Allah will forgive him and give him a great reward. This ayat in Surah Hud, ayat number 11. We see that Imam Jawad al-Islam relates a story when at the time of Dawood al-Islam wanted to select Sulaiman al-Islam as the Khalifa. Sulaiman al-Islam was only young, he used to graze sheep. So when the Bani Israel found out, they was never happy, just like they was never happy with Musa alayhi salam when he left them for 30 days. So what goes on to happen is they put a test in the way of Dawood alayhi salam. They say take the staff of Dawood alayhi salam and put it in a room, lock it up just with the rest of the people, and whoever comes out fortified, whoever comes out in front, we will select him as the Khalifa. So Sulaiman, staff, just like staff of others, went in this room. Dawood alayhi salam put it there, and what came out is the staff of Sulaiman alayhi salam. He will be the last prophet to enter Jannah, heaven. This is because he was given everything in that kingdom of his. He used to control the winds, he used to control the jinns. They say a bird used to guide Sulaiman alayhi salam to a place where he used to find water. Sulaiman alayhi salam, one day, he went up into his castle on top of the roof to look at the view of his kingdom. He was so happy and proud. Remember, he used to always help the poor as well, even though he used to have all this wealth. So when his soul was captured, he had a staff in his hand. He looked very handsome, and the people said that look, that's Sulaiman up on that castle. He looks so good. It's been there for a few days. And that staff was eaten by the ants and he fell down from the roof. We see Ibrahim alayhi salam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the verse 2169, Qulna naru kuni bardan salam ala Ibrahim. That or said, "O fire, be cool," the means of safety for Ibrahim alayhi salam. Allah was sufficient and only enough for Ibrahim alayhi salam. When Jibreel alayhi salam came down for some assistance, he refused. Piety in our lives is so important. The real followers of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam gain piety and look to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Imam, when he arrives, he will look for these qualities in his followers. That's why Imam Ali alayhi salam says, وَلَا تَزُقُّ إِلْمٌ بِخَيْرٍ وَرَائٍ. That knowledge is not developed without purified without piety. We see when the Qaim alayhi salam comes, he will be able to see and hear from one side of the world to the other side. Just like Dawood alayhi salam used to command, used to tell people, Qaim alayhi salam will be able to do the same. Even more than that. So when we see that we as humans neglect, forget Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and those who remember Allah, sometimes we find no peace in our lives, because sincerity is something which takes great striving in our lives. In every hardships there is ease. If you see the striving of Aba Abdullah salawatullah alayhi, when he from Medina had 150, from Mecca had 150 people, and he ended up in only 72, 1/4 or just over quarter were the family members. You see how many people left Aba Abdullah salawatullah alayhi. Assalamu alayhi al-Husayn wa Ali ibn al-Husayn wa awlad al-Husayn wa al-aqsab al-Husayn.